Most people moving to San Diego make the same few mistakes, and they can cost you big time in terms of money, time, or in terms of your experience here in San Diego. In today's video, we're going to walk through a few of those mistakes so that way you know how to avoid them. I'm Scott, I'm a San Diego realtor, and I help buyers and relocation clients better navigate the ins and outs of the San Diego real estate market. The first mistake that I see buyers make is picking the wrong area. San Diego is not just one giant neighborhood that all feels the same. It's made up of lots of different neighborhoods spread out throughout the city that all have their own unique feel and pros and cons. Two neighborhoods just 10 minutes apart can have a completely different feel. If you pick the wrong neighborhood for your lifestyle, it can really impact your day-to-day experience. So instead of just picking based on what you see online, it's very important that you think about what your lifestyle is going to look like. Are you wanting a walkable neighborhood? Are you wanting something close to the beach? Are you wanting something a little more suburban with some more space? It's very important to know what you're looking for and make sure that you find that in the right neighborhood. The second mistake that I see is underestimating the commute. While the traffic in San Diego is not as bad as LA, we definitely do have some big traffic with it being a major city. What looks like a 15-minute drive on Apple Maps or Google Maps could turn it into a 35 to 45-minute drive at the wrong time of day if you hit traffic. One thing I always recommend my buyers do is to test the commute before they pick a location. Drive to that neighborhood at the time that you would need to leave for work and drive to your work location from the neighborhood and actually test out what that commute is going to look like for you. The third mistake is not understanding how much neighborhoods can change block to block. Being in one neighborhood and just driving 2 or 3 streets over can have a totally different feel from where you just were. That's why it's so important to visit in person, drive around, and really get a feel for this home, the street, and the surrounding neighborhood on where you're looking to buy. The fourth mistake that I see buyers make is waiting too long to buy. People are always making excuses for why this isn't the right year, whether it's an election year, whether it's COVID, whether it's a war going on overseas, whether it's high interest rates, uncertainty with the economy. You can always make a million excuses for why now is not the right time to buy. The reality is that it is very difficult to time the market, and waiting too long generally ends up costing people more money rather than buying sooner. The better approach is to buy when it makes sense for your personal situation. The fifth mistake that I see is budgeting incorrectly. Buyers tend to look at the down payment and their monthly payment, and they seem to not factor in a lot of the other costs associated with homeownership. Don't forget about ongoing maintenance, property taxes, insurance, or HOA fees if you live somewhere that has an HOA. Make sure that you have a clear picture of everything that it's going to cost you before you make that commitment to buy. The sixth mistake that I see is people are waiting to find the perfect home, particularly if they're a first-time home buyer. The perfect home most likely does not exist. In San Diego especially, there's almost always going to be some trade-offs. Whether that's location, size, or condition, most buyers are going to have to compromise on something. Unless you have a very large budget, then you can probably get all three that you're looking for. So it's really about figuring out which one or two of those are the most important to you. The seventh and final mistake that I see buyers make is not talking to an expert early on. The San Diego real estate market has a lot of nuances. Finding an agent that you trust and sitting down with them and having that conversation early to put a plan in place is very important. Too many buyers end up waiting till the last minute and they find a home that they like when they walk into an open house, and they're scrambling with their financing or trying to find an agent to help them. just sit down and start talking through that process with your agent early. Having that conversation early on is going to give you a much clearer direction going forward and make the process a lot smoother. What it really comes down to is that moving to San Diego or buying a home in San Diego is an amazing opportunity. You just want to make sure that you're setting yourself up for success from the beginning. If you're planning a move to San Diego, or you already live here and you're looking to buy, feel free to reach out to me. I'd love to chat with you and help you through this process and help you avoid any of these mistakes that we talked about today. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like and consider subscribing. I post weekly videos about living in San Diego and the San Diego real estate market. Thanks so much. I'll see you next week.